What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Comfort Zone, your place for some casual, comfortable Commander. I'm your host, Dan. That's your host, John. John, what are we doing today?
Today, we're going to do a Selesnyan Battle of the Enchantress decks. I'm going to be running Gylwain, the casting director. As foretold, a couple of videos now, I made an upgrade, quite a substantial upgrade to the running of the deck. And we're running more of an creature-style deck. Just trying to get every single guy I drop to come in with enchantments from Gylwain and to have some benefits from having so many enchantments.
Sweet. And we are running Siona, the captain of Pyleus. Straightforward, man. I don't got much to say about it. It is Selesnya Enchantress. We run in all the biddies that give us cards when we do the enchanting things, and we're going to turn some stuff into trees and elks and the whole 9 yards with our purest enchantment removal. John loves it. Look at that face of it. He's so excited. But do not forget, we are running our giveaway. Sealed set, booster box, wilds, Eldraine. You guys are tired of hearing about this, but if you aren't subbed or you're a newcomer, go ahead, hit that sub button. You got to be one of the first 100 subs, and you got to leave a comment down in any of the videos during the duration of the contest. Check out the video description for the official rules. That's it with this thing. I'll put it down gingerly. So, without further ado, get comfortable, because it's time to play some Commander. Are you ready?
All right. Oh, I'm ready.
Ready or not?
I got the big ready right here.
Get enchanted by this.
Boom.
It's a 15.
Ah!
Yeah, that's right. You know how it is. Come on, chat. Praise your man for his legendary dice abilities. And we're coming out. We're coming down. We're coming down and out with a snow-covered forest. That's right, snow.
Oh, nice.
Schnee. If you... Oh, pause the video. If you can guess why I have snow in here, throw it down there. You get another layer of my admiration. Then we're going to play the Font of Fertility. This is a enchantment. For 1 and a green, I can sacrifice it to search my library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Pass.
Alrighty, so we're going to draw. And we are going to put into play a forest. And then, with that forest, we're not going to do anything. It's your turn.
This man and his
every time
teasy nonsense. We're coming out with the Eldraine Palace. It's a tap land that does absolutely zilch, except for add green and white. Yes, I understand the evolution of time and magic and power creep make this an obsolete land, but no, I will not take it out because it's pretty, and its name is Eldraine Palace, and that's cute, and that's what I like. So, pass turn.
Back when elves were a green-white creature combo, not green-black.
Truth.
Alright, so then we're going to come in. I'm going to play a Plains, and I'm going to tap 2, and we're going to play the very exciting Transcendent Envoy.
Oh!
It is a creature. It's a 1/2 flyer, and R as I cast costs 1 less to cast. And with that, we're going to pass.
Nice. We're untapping. We're drawing. We're coming down with a Tranquil Thicket tapped, which is a cycling land, and then we are going to tap 2, and we are going to cast a Transcendent Envoy.
Oh!
Which is a 1/2 with flying. Just kidding. Oh, the memes. I shouldn't have even played that this turn. It's just too funny, so that's what's happening. Then we're going to pass.
That's amazing. I love that. That's phenomenal. Alright, we're going to untap, and we're going to draw. And, okay, and we are going to play Castle Ardenvale, which comes into play untapped because I have a Plains. Otherwise, I can tap some amount of mana. It looks like 2 and 2 white and tap it to create a 1/1. So if at some point I have 5 mana and don't know what to do with it, I can make 1 1/1 token.
Nice.
But I like it, so whatever.
Yeah.
Then, we're going to tap 2, and we're going to play Arcane Signet. Right?
Oh, okay.
Then I'm going to tap the Forest and the Signet to cast Careful Cultivation on the Envoy.
What does that do?
So Careful Cultivation is 2 and a green, so it's 1 and a green. It's an enchant, artifact, or creature. And then as long as the enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +1/+1, reach. No, sorry, +1/+3, reach, and tap to add 2 green.
Wow, okay, that's cool.
So now he is a 1/5 with flying and reach, just in case that ever matters.
Yeah, nice.
And he taps to add 2 green. And then... No, that's it, actually.
I was going to be like, dang, what a turn. All right, untap, upkeep, Drizz. Okay, all right. We might be having to do that, unfortunately, for you. Okay, we're coming out. We're going to do 1, 2, and we're going to play the Sanctum Weaver. Sanctum Weaver is...
that's a good one.
Yeah. Enchantment creature, Dryad, taps to add X mana in any one color, where X is the number of enchantments I control. And then we're going to play 1 white, and we are going to play a Darksteel Mutation upon thy bird, which turns it into a 0/1 with no other abilities other than indestructible.
And this enchantment also gets fizzled by that?
Yeah, so it's a weird thing. It depends on the time when the effects were stacked upon it. This is a very weird ruling. But basically, if you were to enchant it with another thing that then gained it abilities again, it technically would apply, which is very interesting. But yes, any current things it has are nullified.
So it's a 0/1 indestructible.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's yours. There you go. You're welcome. And then to put insult to injury, because we're rude and we're evil, because he no longer flies nor reaches, we're going to hit you for 1.
I'm going to cry as soon as we're done filming.
Thank you, boys.
That's just messed up.
That double flight protection, gone. All right, pass it up.
All right, so we're going to untap. And I'm going to draw. And what? Why? Oh. You ever look at the card and you're like, why is that in here?
Yes.
So we're going to play Myriad Landscape tapped.
Boom, Myriad Landscape. I'm a Myriad
this is
Landscape
now-
hater, by the way. Which also, caveat, obviously, if you play it, whatever, I don't care. But, hear me out. Get rid of that thing. I never want to see it again. Till they make a better art for it, and then I'll run it.
Yeah, I just hate playing tap lands.
Right?
Runs
Well,
my
except
tempo.
Elfane Palace. Come on. That one's good. So much
Yeah.
value.
Well, that would be good. But you see, I think this would be funnier. So we're going to tap 2. Is it an artifact creature or just a regular creature?
I don't know. Wait, your
Darksteel
creature?
Mutation.
Darksteel Mutation is an enchantment aura, and it makes your thing an insect artifact creature with base power and toughness 0/1.
Okay, so I'm going to cast All That Glitters on my indestructible 0/1.
Sure. That does work.
So I have an enchantment, and I have an artifact, and this is an artifact, and this is an enchantment. So, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment I control. So it is a 4/5 indestructible right now.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's accurate. That's pretty good.
And then I'm going to attack you with it.
Well, all right. We're taking it. That's
And,
nice. That's pretty sweet.
And that's going to be your turn after that.
All right, we're untapping. We're drawing. We're getting. Oh yes! I was just gonna beg the card lords for a land, and we got it. Which is very nice. Thank you, card lords. I guess we'll tap 3. No, we need a white, so we'll do it like that. And we will cast the Satyr Enchanter. It's a 2/2. It's an Enchantress. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I draw a card. That's it.
Nice.
And then we are going to tap the lovely Sanctum Wyver, who's going to add X equal to my enchantments, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to make it... We'll make it white colored, I guess. And we'll take a risk here. We're gonna actually cast Siona. We're gonna add a green to it. So we're going to use 4. We're going to have 5 mana total. One of the green and the white, and then the other one's going to this. So we're going to have 2 left over. They're both going to be white, and we're casting Siona, the captain of Pyleus.
Nice.
When she enters the battlefield, I look at the top 7 cards of my library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I can reveal an aura card from among them and put it into my hand. The rest go on the bottom of my library in a random order. And then whenever an aura I control becomes attached to a creature I control, I create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. And we are going to get the Ancestral Mask. Which is an enchantment aura that gives the creature +2/+2 for each other enchantment in play. So reflective. So
that is bad.
You about to power me up, Daddy. That's going into my hand.
Yeah.
We got 2 white left over, which was the risk we knew we were taking, and it did not pay off. So we're gonna have to let that fizzle, which is very unfortunate, and we're gonna come in for a 1 damage to you again.
Alrighty.
And that's
insult to injury.
And then it is your turn, friend.
All right, so we're gonna untap here, and we're gonna draw. Oh, thank the cards and everything they've ever done for me. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tap a green and a white and whatever that taps for. That taps for mana, right? Thank. I'm so glad. We're going to play Gylwain, the casting director.
Hey.
So Gylwain is a 2/3, and when he enters the battlefield or any other non-token creature enters the battlefield under my control, I choose one. I make a royal, sorcerer, or monster roll token attached to that creature. So the roll tokens, as I said a long time ago in that other episode, they're enchantment tokens. So we are going to equip him with the royal enchantment token, which gives him +1/+1 and ward 1. Then I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, and we're going to play Jaheira, the Friend of the Forest. So Jaheira is going to come in, and I'm going to give her ward 2 because I don't trust you. And she is a 2/3 that says tokens I control have tapped to add a green.
Nice. Very strong.
Then we're going to be really sad that I can't use those 2 tokens to make mana right this second. But that's fine, because I'm going to attack you with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6/7 indestructible bug.
We don't like it, but we're taking it. So that's another 6 damage. Bada bing. What was it last time? It was 4, right? So I'm at 30?
Yeah.
Okay, 30.
Yes, sir. And then it's your turn.
Dang, man, that's strong. All right, we untapping. Who knew I was going to power you up like that? Give you that indestructible Mack truck. We're drawing.
Yeah.
We're playing a plains. We need to have something good up in the town here. Coming our way. That's a necessity. So we're going to tap whites. Green, green. And we are going to cast the Angelic Destiny. It enchants a creature. Enchants a creature gets +4/+4. Flying and first strike. And is an angel in addition to its other types. Whenever the enchanted creature dies, I would return Angelic Destiny to my hand. It's going on the Satyr. Chunk. We are going to draw because it's an enchantment. We are going to create a soldier because an enchantment aura I had did a thing. Oh yeah, look at that. Then we're gonna go full truck mode, full Mac Daddy Tarmac 18-wheeler Bing Bong mode.
That's a lot of wheels.
And we're gonna tap the Sanctum Weaver for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We're going to make it all green. We are going to use 2 of it. Oh, that was cost reduced by this. So actually, I have 6 mana, I guess. Whatever. We're going to use 2 of it to play the Ancestral Mask. It gives the enchanted creature +2/+2 for each other enchantment in play. In totality, all the play. We're going to put it on...
Problem cards.
We're going to put it on the man, the myth, the satyr, and we're going to draw off of it. So then we still have 4 mana in theory. We're going to use 1 of it to play a Fertile Ground on the snow-covered thing, and we're going to draw. We got 3 more in theory. Oh, okay. Sheesh. We will use the remaining 3, although I need a white. So we're actually going to tap this to add 2. So we'll go up to 5, 1 white from the fertile ground. Hold on, let me just double check. It produces an additional 1 mana of any color. Yep, so 1 white from that. So we'll go up to 5. We will use 3 of it, leaving 2 green floating, and we will play the Sage's Reverie. Sage's Reverie, when it enters the battlefield, I draw a card for each aura I control that's attached to a creature. And then the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura I control that's attached to a creature. And we're loading them up because we're Voltroning now. We're going to draw off of that. By the way, we have 3 soldiers in totality.
Wow.
Yeah, that's stuff. Now, how big is he? Is the question that the people want to know.
I don't want to know.
So how many enchantments?
Keep that to yourself.
How many enchantments do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, and the sages. Right? I draw 1, 2, 3, 4 off of that. It's attached to a creature. Yeah, so I'm going to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 off of the Sage's Reverie ETB trigger. How many did you say you had? Sorry.
4.
Okay, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Holy crap. That's 12 times 2. That's 24, 28. Did I just kill you? This is +1/+1 for each aura I control its attached creature, so that's 4 more, so that's 32, plus his base is 34. Okay.
I'm at 38.
That's a 34 in the air.
I guess I go down to 4.
Oops. Oops.
This is right.
Alright, this is your turn now.
Okie dokie.
Oops. You ever...
Oh boy.
Have you guys ever played an Enchantress deck? Because if you have, it'd be doing that. It's like you're like, oh, I'm okay. And then all of a sudden you're like the Lord of all enchanting. And it's just a problem.
Oh boy. Alright, so we're gonna have to... I'm looking for something. I don't know what it is, but I'm tapping 6, and we're going to play the big old hefty Rishkar's Expertise.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures I control, which, if I remember correctly, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to draw 6 cards, and then I may cast a spell with mana value 5 or less from my hand without paying its mana cost. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we get. Not what I needed. Not what I needed. Not what I needed. I don't know what that does. Not what I needed. Not what I needed. 6 cards that don't help me deal with that at all. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. No flight, no nothing?
Well, we're going to figure it out. So, we're going to cast Archon of Sun's Grace.
Okay.
Bam! It's a Pegasus. So, it's a 3/4 flying lifelink. Pegasus I control have lifelink, and then Constellation, when an enchantment ETB is under my control, create a 2/2 Pegasus with flying. So that's going to help a little bit.
Nice.
Because of course, I'm going to give him, where's Ward? How many creatures can I give Ward to? You know, it's funny, we were talking the other day, and you weren't there for it, but I wasn't, and Dan was, so we were talking about how, wow, I forget. What did I just say? Oh, about how he said Gylwain just gives creatures +1/+1 in Ward. And I was like, he can give them Trample or the other thing.
No.
He gives them all Ward.
He gives Ward.
So unfortunately, there's only so many of those Ward tokens. So we're just going to put one of these on. And that's going to be the Royal token. Because they have Royal, it'll make sense. And then because an enchantment ETB'd, I make a Pegasus.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Those do fly.
Yeah, and they have lifelink, so we can start to crawl back from this measly, not a lot of life.
Gnarly.
Alrighty, so now we're gonna play my plains as my land for turn here. So with that plains, we're gonna tap it, And as we talked about before, the implications of these enchantments being tokens means that I can tap them to add green. Due to Miss Tokens tap to add green. So we're going to tap 3 green and a white. And we're going to come in with this card I haven't cast before because I like Gylwain better. We're going to play Eldraine of the Wild Core.
Oh, sweet.
The other commander from the Precon. So, Eldraine says whenever she enters the battlefield or attacks, I make a virtuous role token attached to another target creature I control. And then when an enchanted creature I control deals combat damage to a player, I draw a card. So, first, when I ETBs, she's going to come in with, you guessed it, a ward token. Then,
I did guess it.
She's going to give her virtuous token. That is the tough part, isn't it? We're going to give it to the beetle. Because the beetle doesn't have a...
dare.
So now the beetle gets +1/+1 for each enchantment I control twice. Because that's what the virtuous roll does.
Rude.
And then... that's probably it. I feel like I did a lot. Okay, yeah. So then, just because, not that you don't have 3 chunked soldiers over there, but I have to because of the thing. So, enchantments entered the battlefield? Does that, oh boy, that means I get 2 more Pegasus, doesn't it?
Oh, nasty.
So let's do that here. We got 3 of them boys.
Shoo.
Shoo. I like that sound. I don't know why.
We need to get some evasion.
Let's do... I need to get some evasion. Are you kidding?
True. I said we.
So he's going to get +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment, and then +1/+1 for each enchantment again. So artifacts we'll do first, because there's 1. And 2 pieces of creature. So 2. Let's remember 2. And then enchantments, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? And none of those are enchantment creatures. So yeah, so 7. So 14 plus 2. So he's a 16, 17 with indestructible.
Wow.
And he's coming at you. If only he still had flying.
I'm sorry, my sweet, honorable soldier. You're in the front lines for a reason, baby. Eaten by
all right, and that's gonna be that.
Sweet. Let's go. Let's do this thing, boys. We need to draw the meat, the spice, the paprika, the paprikage.
The paprikage.
We're coming down. Sun Petal Grove. And then, you know what we're going to do? This is so fun that I drew this card. We are going to just go full bees to the wheeze. You know what I'm saying? That's that.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
We're tapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our Sanctum Weaver for an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wow. Really? No, wait, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 and 8, that's 15. We are playing the Knick-Knack Oof, where X is 14. Knick-Knack Oof be a new card, baby. He comes into play with +1 counters equal to the amount of X mana. So he's going to come in with 14 counters. And then, when he enters the battlefield, I reveal the top X cards in my library, and I can put any number of auras revealed with mana value X or less from among those cards onto the battlefield, and then the rest of them go to the bottom of my library in a random order. So we're doing 14. Are you ready for this?
Oh dear.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an aura. See how I knew it? 5, 6. No. 7. No. 8. No. 9. No. 10. 11. 12.
No way.
13. 14. No. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh my
4
God.
auras is good, right? 4 auras is good.
No, because 3 of them are literally my early game ramp auras. So we're
it's hard to tell.
gonna attach a New Horizons to this, and a Wild Growth, and an Overgrowth. New Horizons, when it ETBs, it does put a plus moves counter on something for insult to injury. We're gonna put it on the oof. And then so Overgrowth makes it tap for an additional 2 green. Wild Growth makes it tap for an additional green. New Horizons makes it tap for just 2 mana of any color base. And then last but not least, we got one singular aura that matters, and it is Valve Wilderness. So it is going to win us the game, presumably. It gives
what does it do?
+3/+3 and trample. And then that creature cannot attack me or a planeswalker I control. That's going to go on our Big Daddy. And then Daddy's home, baby. Doink. Did we do it? You got anything?
No.
All right. Well, you drop. So let's theorize that you block with all your dudes. They're only 2/2s, right? Do they all have lifelink?
Yes.
Do they have any other bonuses? So the one guy has a +1/+1. How strong is he?
He is a 3/4, so he would be. It'd be 4 tough. I gain like 11 life.
Yeah, there's no
3,
way,
4, 5, 6, 9, 10 life.
He has like a gajillion power. From your 7 things, which gives him +14 of my things. So there's no way. What are you at?
4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're dead. That's it.
Yeah.
GG boys.
Yeah. GG.
Enchantments. All right, dog. What'd you think? Enchantment battle. Enchantress.
Again, as I stated before, I've never really piloted the Enchantress style decks before, and I like it. It's a lot of fun. I like that even though we're both running enchantment decks, and this is funny enough, it's kind of something we went over in the podcast last week. Is that we're both running enchantment decks. We're both running Selesnya colors. I'm pretty sure you run Gylwain, and Siona was on my original list, but the decks function completely differently. Aside for the guy that cheapens auras, like we all both had completely different board states, completely different cards. So I think that like very much showcases the diversity you can get even from 2 decks of the same style in the same color pairings, which is I think that's just super cool. And it was nice that we don't just think about it and talk about it. We literally fully realized it in a game, which that felt really cool. I like that.
It's actually, it is funny that you said that. I wasn't even thinking about that, but we did literally cover that in our like most recent podcast. I think it was the last one. Yeah, so interesting. This is a literal IRL example of when we had the Enchantress discussion on that podcast. Yeah. And that's what I like about Gylwain. You know, like it's a very interesting take for Enchantress because, again, it puts you in like a situation where you don't necessarily need to or want to run like a super high density of auras because all of your like aura benefits can come literally just from Gylwain's passive. Like Gylwain is introducing enchantments. You can like lean into more enchantments if you want to, or you can build it the way that you did it, which is more like, you know, focusing on the creatures and the enchantment benefits and just like using Gylwain as like your way of genning like enchantments out, which is really interesting. Also, like obviously the ward is really strong. I like the implications of things like the friend of the forest and whatever. There's just so much you can do. Like obviously we saw this with all the introduction of artifact tokens, but now with the introduction of these enchantment tokens, I think it's like a new kind of like sandbox that like people haven't like fully developed like everything you can do with it. Like I really like that one, like the Asinine Antics card that creates like an enchantment token for each one of your opponent's creatures. Because even though like what it does, like taking the creatures down to the 1/1s is like strong, I think the implications of creating like possibly 15 enchantments with one spell is even stronger. We just have to wait for people to kind of like start abusing it in the same fashion that we did with whatever it is, with treasures and clues and exactly. Even for things like mass permanent sacrifice or whatever, I just think it sounds really interesting, and I like Gylwain for that reason. Obviously, my deck is more like a stereotypical Enchantress, but I really like Siona. I think she's like a little more underplayed as far as like the Selesnya Enchantress concepts go. I do not run the 1-card infinite combo with her to go infinite with the soldiers. It's basically it's like this gives their indestructible, and whenever a creature ETBs, like you can move it onto that creature or whatnot.
Yeah.
So
it's like Shielded by Faith or one of them.
Yeah, so basically, like
Something like
she makes
that.
a soldier, it moves, it makes another soldier, and it's like into oblivion. So, I don't find that to be fun, personally. Obviously, like to each their own. But this deck is supposed to be like a little bit more, standardized mid-range Enchantress. I don't really want to like take too much abuse. So, but yeah, I think it was a really fun game. I was happy that your deck got to kind of like do its thing by the end there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
it doesn't take a lot either. Like with the propagation of like playing creatures gives me enchantments. So now I have more creatures, and I also have more enchantments. Like it does not take long for him to kind of go that route. But I do really like that they kind of kept him in check with that non-token clause. Because otherwise, again, playing Siona, if that non-token clause wasn't in there, would be an infinite with Gylwain. The Sphinx, or the Pegasus, that when you enchantment ETBs, you make a token. Like, there are a lot of things that could accidentally get blown out of the water that don't happen with him. So I think they made him in I think he's strong, but they made him in like the exact right spot where I want him in that deck to be. Yeah. So I like that a lot.
Well, and I also really like, as a final, not to like just gas up your deck so much, but I really love that most of your like enchantment stuff is like that kind of like what was it, the victorious or valorous role or whatever. Like the idea of like you play a couple redundancies for the whole, like your dude gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control, or each enchantment on the battlefield or whatever. I think you probably have Ancestral Mask, the thing that blew me out of the water.
100%.
Sorry, my cat is escaping. So, like, I like the redundancy of that because it's like in a few cards, especially with Gylwain, basically saying each of your creatures comes with an enchantment, you can turn one thing into this absolute monster with just like one spellcast. One, like all the glitters, boom, and then it's like a threat. Which obviously we saw from you taking like your irrelevant 0/1 beetle guy and going, oh, he's a threat again. Boom, one card. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that was yeah,
which was cool. I like it. I like the vibe, and obviously it was a lot of fun to just get to like have like a 34 nutsy dude. Like, you don't always get to see that in Magic a lot of times nowadays. There's so much density of removal and answers, and games are faster paced, so getting to those crazy swingy moments is maybe not as common. So that was really cool. I like this game, but as always, we want to hear from you, the viewer. What do you got? You got an Enchantress deck? Have you done something really creative with it? Because I'm still looking for, that next level enchantment-based idea. Like, I've had this thing for a very long time. It was my way of just kind of like having the classic Enchantress deck. But I'm still looking. I'm still peeping on the horizon for something that takes enchantments into a zone that, like, is really, really clever. Something straight out of left field. Like, me, I like to build them niche, hipster, never been seen before builds. So, give it to me if you got it. I would love to know. Share it with the people down below. And don't forget to enter that giveaway, bro. We got that box. And we want it out of here. We want it in the mail. We want it in your hands. We want those cards in your collection, or sold, or utilized, or whatever the heck you want to do with them. We just want you to have it, baby. So hit that sub button, be one of the first 100 subscribers, and leave a comment down below with any of these things that we asked to know about, and you are in. But don't forget, thank you so much for watching. We love y'all, and we will see you in the multiverse.